All right, guys. So our last video, before we get technical, before we get too technical here, our last video is another very important video. This is about being thick-skinned. Cold calling, it's not for the weak. People are very nasty. You're going to have old ladies say things to you that you never thought an old lady would say to you. Okay. And you're going to need to be ready for that. Now, it's tough. I'm going to be honest with you. It's tough to have someone yell at you. It's tough to have someone cuss at you, but you have to know it's a part of the process. Okay. Now, I'll be 100% honest. When I called for 2 months before someone said a cuss word at me. Okay. And it's because I was so polite. I was so attentive to their needs that it was very rare that I would ever even get cussed at. Okay. But it does happen. And the sellers, the leads, they'll say things to you like they know you. And they might even be right. I'll tell you a little story. I was cold calling and I just quit my job to focus on this business that I own, leadminingpros.com. I just quit my job that day. That day was the day before was my last day of being a W-2 employee. And I called this woman and I was having a headset issue. She couldn't hear me. She was frustrated. And she goes, you suck at this. Whatever you do, don't quit your day job. How did she know? I just quit my job? How did she know? I literally started crying that day because I was very sensitive to that whole thing. This is a very true story. This was like 8.5 years ago. It was very scary. And I just want to share that with you because the sellers know how to hurt your feelings and they're going to know how to hurt your feelings. So we need to be thick skinned. Okay. We need to be prepared. It's not going to happen all the time. Make sure you're being pleasant and you're being pleasurable, and it will happen way less, but it is still going to happen. Now, I say all the time with my cold calling company, people hire me actually to protect themselves from dealing with stuff like that, right? From getting cussed out, from getting yelled at. It can be very discouraging if you're new to investing and someone's telling you you suck at it at the same exact time. So be careful and make sure you're managing your confidence as well. You don't want to do this if it's lowering your confidence, right? So what I would try to do is try to maintain a positive attitude, try to keep it light. Don't yell back at these people. Whenever someone gives me or my teammates attitude, I have a strategy I use where I call it humanizing ourselves. What's happening is they don't really think you're a human. They're treating you a little bit less than because they're grumpy or they're upset or they're yelling at you or whatever, right? So one thing I train my team to say is, I'm sorry, I can tell now is not a good time for you. Would you like me to call you back another time? Right? And to say things that are like little reminders that like, hey, look, I get it. Sounds like you're having a bad day. I'm so sorry. I really hope your day gets better. If you want, I can call you another time when things are a little bit less busy, you know? And you always want to have that energy, that attitude. You never want to yell back at them. Don't fall for their trap. Don't lower to their level. Okay. Kill them with kindness. Be really sweet to them. I'm so sorry. It sounds like you're having such a tough day today. I absolutely hope that your day gets better. You know, um, I'm going to call you back in a couple of days and just know that I'm praying for you. Okay. Saying things like that is a way better response than yelling back at them or getting frustrated. And it's going to allow you to move into your next call easier. Because don't forget that call, if they're yelling at you, that call's over with, right? I mean, very rarely are you going to turn that into a lead. So now what we're trying to do is minimize our frustration, minimize our distraction, and make sure we can go back into the next call that we're about to make even stronger. All right. So be careful, watch your energy, and always stay above them. Always be the bigger person. And you know what? If they can realize that they're being nasty, they actually might talk to you nicely after that. And then you might get a lead because they feel bad. So, guys, listen to me. It works. Don't get offended. Make sure that you are going out there and you are doing everything you can not to let their comments frustrate you. All right. So that wraps up our intro module. Next up, we're going to get really technical and we're going to talk about scripts and software.